It's going to be 75 degrees today, and well, I got my sun hat ready. We just got back. I took all 3 dogs on a 2-mile jog, and well, I'll share some of that with you now. I'm starting coffee right now. The dogs are about ready to go get some food and water. One of the best things about having the diesel heater in the shed there is I've already started it up, so by the time I get in there, it should be warm. So the diesel heater is inside the shed, and the exhaust is piped up underneath that water tank to keep from freezing during the winter time. You can see some of the exhaust coming out while it's kicking on, and then once it gets running, you won't really see that. We're gonna go on a little jog, the 3 of us, for the first time ever. See how that goes. Today's video is brought to you by DinShare cordless leaf blower. This is a 20-volt device that takes 1 hour to charge with a battery capacity of 2 amp hours. There's a charger for the battery itself, there are a few different attachments. If you wanted to possibly use this as a miniature vacuum, you could do that. And then the attachments for the nozzle to use it as a leaf blower, or more likely in my case, to blow the dust out of the shop. There are also 2 bags that come inside. If you want to use this device as a leaf blower, you will assemble it as so. And if you want to use it as a vacuum, you can assemble it like so. I have a fan set up to suck the dirt out. Look it down in the crevice there. Normally I sweep in here, you know, about every day, every 2 days. So I know that I just got a lot more dust and dirt out of here using the leaf blower. The air volume coming out of this product is 200 CFMs, or the mechanical wind would be 150 miles per hour. There's a button on the front of the battery so you can tell how charged it is. The charger will indicate red as it's charging and green when it's fully charged. If you've got a shed or a shop similar to mine that you need to blow out, or you've got leaves that need to be cleaned up, this little guy would do the trick, and I'll put a link down below so you can check it out. Yesterday I ran my fastest mile which was under 12 minutes. And I got my scale yesterday. 2 years ago, I was 360 pounds. Today I'm 263. And I think we're going to try to lose 73 pounds and get down to 190. Not that I care how much I weigh, really. I just want to feel good. We're not going for speed so much. I plan to run a little further than I normally do. I just wanted to bring the dogs out all together and see how that goes. We're just about 1 mile. I normally only do a mile total, so we'll turn around and head back and we'll get 2. Come on, Helga. So that took me 2 more minutes to run that mile than yesterday's. But I'm just really pacing myself because I haven't run 2 miles in at least over a year. You getting tired, Helga? Come on. I don't think that I've ever seen all 3 of the dogs just sitting in the same spot. We should probably start doing that every day. Is that a good little jog, guys? Luis opted to stay in during the exercise. When I first set up my YouTube channel, a bunch of you guys suggested that I set up a wish list, and I did, and I never expected that it would turn into what it did. And I get a lot of items sent in pretty regularly, and you know, I try to give thanks to every single person, but maybe that's a little overwhelming at this point. And I just want to say thanks to all of you guys that are sending things in, and it's been a lot of help around the homestead, and well, I'm grateful. So thanks to all of you guys. Hopefully you know, I can give you some content that makes it worth it. Lately, since I put the pigs in with the goats, I've been throwing in a half a flake to kind of distract the goats, because otherwise they won't really they won't let the pigs share with them very well. Here, we'll do the bigger one. And then I try to walk around the entire pen here. Magdalene doesn't usually notice, and I'll toss it in for the piglets, for the piggies. And then we'll go get one for Bonnie. Bonnie, as you know, is super pregnant, and I don't know the exact day, because when I put Snoop in with her for them to breed, I didn't notice him interacting with her for a little while, so I kind of missed the exact date. I'm pretty positive that it should be within the next couple weeks for sure, though. I'm pretty positive. Last time, you notice, I don't know if you can tell on her anatomy in the back, it's kind of white, and normally that piece sticks straight out, and as she gets closer to having the piglets, it goes down. So should be soon. I just cleaned out the pen a few days ago, and then all the hay that she wasn't eating, I piled into the back to make it warmer, comfier. And then there's a heat lamp back there, and once she's, you know, starting to show that she's going to have the piglets, I'll hook that up. I can hook it up to my to-go power unit, and the piglets will need to have that heat on them for the first few days. See how Magdalene realized there's hay over here, so she came running. Man, she looks pregnant right now. I don't know if she's just full, but she would be pregnant right about now if she was gonna be. I did notice when Malleus started interacting with her the most, and I put it on the calendar that she should have kids around now if she was gonna. I put a pig waterer nipple on the bucket there, and I can get, you know, I fill it up, it's 5 gallons, but there's about 2.5 gallons above the nipple, so I just got to top that off every couple days while they're in here for now, until I put in a bigger one like they have on this side. Helga sure has gained a lot of weight. Helga likes food, huh? Is that good? Wow. So I've been working on getting her to slow down while she eats, and I think we're getting some progress. She inhales the food normally and would be just about finished by now usually. These guys, they take a lot longer to eat. If you ever want to clear your brush away, just hook your dog up and then where they pile up all the sticks, just come in and rake them up and haul them out, and boom. It's like beach sand out here. Anyway, I'm gonna go around to each of the locations today and rake up any sticks. And Stapes and Incas don't really go to the bathroom where they're tied up, but Helga does, and I think it's because she was probably on the line almost all the time before, so she didn't learn to go when she was off the line. And so there's, you know, not a huge amount, but there's you know, doggy doo around where she's at. So I'll rake that up as well as the sticks. I'll try not to wake her up. She's so beat after that run. We got distracted. Dave and his friends sent in another chainsaw, and I decided to put it together. Then I decided I better test it. And once it started cutting good, I decided, well, I better cut more wood. And now that I got that done, I said, well, I figure I probably better try to get a cord out of today, you know. If I'm gonna do it and get covered in sawdust. I got one more big one there and one more big one here I could cut off and cut up. That I think I'll try to do that, so I got at least a cord of juniper. This chainsaw they sent in has been doing a whole lot better than the other one I had. So I don't know how much longer I can go before I gotta sharpen the chain, but I think I'll probably stop once the chain is dull and come out here another day, because I'm sure there'll be another day or two that are good before it starts snowing. Not yesterday, but the day before, I got a hair up my butt. I wanted to, well, I was like, I'm going to run to the gate. And I ran to the gate because I was thinking that'll be 3 miles, because 1.5 there and back. And it wasn't quite. So I was like, well, then I'll run to the train tracks. And when I got there, it wasn't quite right. I wanted it to be square for some reason, and then I ended up going all the way out to the county road and back, which was 5.7 miles. So that was good. And then yesterday I didn't run because, I mean, I'm sore today from the day before, but on the way to town, I'm cruising out, and all of a sudden my battery light comes on and my power steering goes out, and I was like, crap. I was pretty sure I just busted my serpentine belt, and I checked, and I did, and I felt like at that point, since I was almost to the highway, it'd be just about as far to go back as it would be to go to town, and I would have more resources in town. So I just monitored the temperature, and it didn't increase temperature at all the whole drive to town. So I got to town, I got a serpentine belt, and I could see the tensioner pulley was shot, so I got a tension pulley. And I got back to a friend's place to change it, and I got the wrong, I tore it all apart, and they got me the wrong belt, so I had to go back, get the right belt. And anyway, I got the tensioner on, I got the serpentine on, and then it drives great again, but it starts to make, there's kind of a funny whining noise, and I'm pretty positive it's the idler pulley. I think it makes sense that they fail together pretty often, and or at least one's really worn while the others failed. And so I just drove it back. I made sure to get the idle pulley and drove it back, and then after I jogged this morning, I'm gonna go ahead and put in, I'm gonna pull it apart and put in the other idle pulley. I think everything will be golden after that. So I got the idle pulley replaced in addition to the tension pulley and the belt, and now the vehicle runs perfectly fine. I spent an hour looking at this chainsaw, and somehow the clutch is like seized up or something on it already. I cut like a couple limbs. It starts and runs perfectly fine, but it looks like there was some sort of maybe they had a piece of plastic behind where the clutch is or something. I don't know. A little piece busted out and it doesn't work anymore. So no more cutting wood for now. I do have more corn flour back in stock. That'll be available on the website, FRUGALOFFGRID.com. I've got just about everything I need to get done for the day, and I think I'll relax a little bit. Maybe I'll play with setting that up. It's overcast outside, a little bit windy, so maybe I can just do a simple setup and test that out. Like 6 feet off the ground. and then when I get a really solid pipe, I can mount it, probably on the other side of the driveway or something. It's just overcast and quiet, kind of cool. All right, guys. Well, I guess I better get this video up. It's been a few days, so I'll talk to you on the next one.